Hello everyone, this is Dr. Arti Singh and I welcome you all in an e-lab session, an initiative of ISF College of Pharmacy, Moga, Punjab. Today in this e-lab session, we will discuss some basic about zebrafish as a research model for various neurobehaviorological disorder. Apart from this, we will visit zebrafish facility at the Department of Pharmacology, ISF College of Pharmacy, Moga. Before we start, let's discuss some basic about zebrafish as a research model. So zebrafish is considered as an emerging model for various research. So here we discuss about basic zebrafish as a research model in this e-lab session. So zebrafish is basically a freshwater fish which belongs to Mino family or Cyprinidae family. Apart from this, the genus is Danio and species is Rerio. The size of zebrafish is around 2.5 to 4 centimeter long and they can easily grow in aquaria. And why we call it zebrafish? Because of the presence of uniformly 5 pigmented horizontally blue strips. Apart from this, other characteristic features are they can tolerate temperature up to 4 degrees Celsius in winters, 38 degrees Celsius in summer. The length of embryo is 0.9 mm, larva is 3.5 mm, adult zebrafish is 25 to 40 mm. Breeding interval is they spawn at every 1 to 6 days once in yearly. Breeding season is usually they breed in monsoon season from April to August, and the average number of offspring that they lay is 185, and lifespan of each zebrafish is 3 to 5 years. Dr. George Stresinger, he was considered as a founder father of zebrafish because he for the first time uses zebrafish as a research model in his genetic and developmental research. So this is a basic anatomy of zebrafish. That zebrafish, it consists of all basic organs like spleen, pancreas, heart, gills, brain, kidney. And if you want to administer intramuscular injection in zebrafish, you can give it in dorsal muscles. Apart from this, 2 other methods of drug administration are also used, that is intraperitoneal, which is given from the abdominal side, and another is water administration. The amount of drug or the calculated amount of drug is administered directly into the water. Now how will you differentiate between male zebrafish and female zebrafish? So female zebrafish, they are less attractive and male zebrafish are more attractive. Female zebrafish, they are having more flatter body, rounder and deeper body shapes. They are having large belly size where they accumulate the eggs. Whereas zebrafish, male zebrafish, they are having sleeker body. They are more brighter, more luminous strips are present on this, and they are having torpedo shape. What are the other advantages? So zebrafish, why zebrafish is preferred? Because of genetic similarity. They are 85% genetically similar to mammalian orthologs. Embryonic development is also very rapid and their embryos are large, robust. You can easily visualize the different developmental stage of zebrafish. And another important factor is the infrastructure, the maintenance of infrastructure. Because of small size, it does not require any large facility, just like any other model. And maintenance cost, obviously it is lower as compared to any other mammalian model. You can easily perform molecular study and you can easily perform any other genetic analysis in this model. So this is zebrafish facility at Department of Pharmacology, ISF College of Pharmacy, Moga. I am working on neurobehavioral research, and master students, they are working in the field of different research projects basically in the neurobehavioral studies. So we maintain zebrafish at our facility by providing the temperature at around 28 plus minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. With the help of thermostat, we maintain the temperature, and we provide 12-hour light and 12-hour dark cycle. Apart from this, pH of water we also maintain, that is from 7 to 8. So zebrafish, they are omnivorous. They usually eat zooplankton, phytoplankton. So this is the feed that we provide at our facility. It is usually commercially available diet, that is tetra bits. So we provide this feed because it is having a bioactive formula. It is required for the health, for the color and for the growth of the zebrafish. Apart from this, every alternate day we change the water of the zebrafish, and after we change the water, we add these medicines, few drop of these medicines which prevent the growth of fungus, which provide the favorable atmosphere for the development of zebrafish. So this is all about basic of zebrafish as a research model and how we maintain zebrafish at our facility. Zebrafish model of cognitive dysfunction. Cognitive dysfunction, as we all know, it's a kind of neurodegenerative dysfunction affecting one or more of the 6 cognitive domains like executive function, complex attention, learning and memory, language, perceptual, social and motor cognition. Zebrafish, because of the so many advantages that we have discussed earlier, is considered as a preferable model nowadays. So today in this session we demonstrate a zebrafish model of cognitive dysfunction using behavioral apparatus T-maze. So let's start with the demonstration part. So to assess memory dysfunction we have T-maze apparatus. So this is T-maze apparatus. This consists of 3 different arms. It's T-shaped chamber filled with water. It consists of 3 arms, one is long arm and 2 shorter arms. This is called as starting zone, and these 2 zones are called as favorable, unfavorable zone and favorable zone. And why we covered these 2 zones with different colors? Because zebrafish can easily distinguish between the colors. So we covered unfavorable zone with red color, that is a sign of danger, and this green color, that is a favorable zone. In this unfavorable zone, we disturb the zebrafish with glass rod or we chase the zebrafish with net. In case of this favorable zone, we provide feed or we do not disturb the zebrafish. So let's start with the experimentation part. Initially, we place the zebrafish in the starting zone and we open this gate leading to long arm along with the timer set for 5 minutes. So we allow the zebrafish to explore this long arm and the starting zone for 5 minutes. And the gates leading to unfavorable zone and the gate leading to favorable zone, they are closed. This 5-minute period is divided into 2 parts. One is habituation time, that is for 3 minutes, and 2-minute time is given for recording. Now after completion of 5 minutes, we open gate leading to unfavorable zone, which is a danger zone. So we allow zebrafish to remain there in the danger zone. Now we allow zebrafish to remain there in the danger zone for 5 minutes. In this zone, we disturb the zebrafish with the help of glass rod or we chase the zebrafish with manual chasing. So like this way we disturb the zebrafish for 5 minutes. So after completion of 5 minutes, now we allow zebrafish to enter into the favorable zone. In favorable zone, either we do not disturb the zebrafish or we provide feed to the zebrafish and we allow zebrafish to remain there for 5 minutes. So in this way we give 3 trials per day and total 4 days were chosen. Out of 4 days, 3 days will given for the training and on the final day these gates are open. All gates we open and we allow the zebrafish from the starting zone to explore the whole T-maze and its preference we check. So the time taken by zebrafish from starting zone to the unfavorable zone or from starting zone to the favorable zone we note it down. Also the time spent in the unfavorable and time spent in the favorable zone we note it down. So in case of memory dysfunction, obviously fish unable to distinguish between the unfavorable as well as favorable zone. So in this way we can assess the memory dysfunction in case of zebrafish. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I would like to thank Dr. Shamsher, Head of the Department of Pharmacology, ISF College of Pharmacy, Moga, Mr. Mahadev Dhami, Mr. Khadagraj, Lab Technician Ms. Neelam for their kind support. Thank you very much.